How's it going, guys? Sinji here, bringing you another video. This one is gonna be an introduction, kind of like an early guide to Minecraft Steve. Well, as you can see, I'm using Enderman, but I've been play testing this character a lot last night, and I discovered a lot of stuff about this character. He fits around my alleyway. You know, you guys know me for playing lame. I take great pride in that, so I'm gonna show you guys some stuff that you can do with this character to get yourself started with this character if you're unsure how this character really functions. So the first thing I'm gonna start off with is general neutral tips. So the first thing is his jab. So the thing about Steve is that his jab and his F tilt are pretty much the same move. It's just the sword attack, and you can move around with it. Now the important thing is that you can actually hold the A button and move back and forth. So this is gonna be your main tool in neutral. You want to do this and kind of like force them to shield, and then you can kind of like grab them right here, and then you get like a grab or something. So you wanna use this a lot in neutral if you're up close. This is, you know, if you're not camping or anything. If you're up close, you're kind of in a scramble. You wanna just go for this. This is your main neutral tool. Now, in terms of combos, let's say 15%. It also works at 0. You can actually do up tilt, and it combos into up air. Depending on the character, you can do 2 up tilts and then combo into like 2 up airs and just keep them in a juggle situation. So these are like his main neutral tools. You're gonna want to use jab. You're gonna want to use a lot of up tilts and move around with it. You can just hold the A button and do this. A good time to do this is like if you set up a block or a TNT. If you set up something like this and then they try to jump over, you can kind of just hold the up tilt button if they try to jump over you, kind of like an anti-air thing. This character is very similar to like Guile in Street Fighter, where he places something in front of you, you're forced to jump or do something, and then he kind of like anti-airs you. So you want to keep in mind that your setups and your trick game has to be on point, because you want to frustrate your opponent pretty much. You want to frustrate them away, and you want to frustrate them up close. This jab in general is fairly safe on shield. Only a few characters can really punish it. Like I've punished it with Pac-Man forward air out of shield. Something to note though, when he's holding the A button, he's kind of vulnerable while doing it. He has a little bit of cooldown before he's able to shield. He doesn't have much, but he still has some time before he's able to shield. So while he's in the middle of doing this, opponents with projectiles can kind of hit him. So like for example, I'm just holding the A button and I'm moving around, and then like Samus can like hit him while he's doing that. So don't always hold the A button, I would say. Only do it when you're in a scramble situation, like if you're really close to them. But I wouldn't throw it out like right here. That's really unsafe if you're fighting a projectile character. The great thing about his jab too is just moving around in general with it, because it's kind of like Chrom and Roy, where they have a very safe jab on shield, but at the same time with Enderman or Steve, you can kind of just move with it, which is really nice. You can move back and forth. So he has a sort of Mega Man-esque style with it. Now I'm gonna move on to some of his grab combos. So he has down throw, which leads into dash attack. He has down throw into jab. You can kind of combo like that. I was able to get a second grab afterwards. Yeah, so you can do little things like that. Get a down throw, jab, reset. Alright, hold on, let me do it. grab, jab. So you want to do like one jab after the grab. Oh, that was a little too early. Wow. Yeah. Around like mid percent, I would say, you can get like down throw into forward air. And the thing about his forward air is that it's a spike. So you can do stuff like this. Too high of a percent. Yeah, so you can do little things like that, and then they're forced to recover. And then I'll show you his specials a little bit later. So next up is his down tilt. This is really, really good to set up. You want to use this when your opponent's off stage. Just keep it right there. You can do an actual ledge trap where you put the TNT there, and then you put that there. If your opponent does get up attack, regular get up, or jump from the edge at the wrong time, the TNT can actually explode. It's kind of hard to show it with just this, but I've had a few matches where like I put the TNT here, I do down tilt, and then when they do get up attack, they get hit. So you can always mess around with that a bit. So I'm gonna move on to his specials. So his specials now. So the first thing is his mining. So he mines several different materials, whether it be lava, gold, iron, wood. It depends. His box is always going to be here. You can always respawn it by just holding the shield button and respawning it. Something to note is that any character can kind of destroy the box. Like, they can kind of like destroy it. But there's no real detriment to it because another box will spawn in, and you can keep spawning in boxes wherever you want. So his mining comes in here. So you see me mining. I have diamond, I have gold in my profile at the moment. If you hold B, you can hold a gauge, and then now you have a better weapon. So now you see me with a diamond weapon. So depending on the weapon determines the knockback of certain moves. So the higher the level, the stronger the weapon. So you have wood, you have steel, you have gold, you have diamond. So diamond is the strongest one. That usually comes around the later end of the match, because you're not gonna get diamond so quickly, because they start you off with pretty average tools in the beginning. Every match you start off with like pretty average weapons until you upgrade to gold, you upgrade to diamond. Another thing to note, depending on the stage, determines what you get the most. So for example, on Kalos, you get a lot of iron. On FD, you get a lot of lava. So it depends on the stage. So now with the mining, you get different materials. If you do it while being in the air and you hold the B button, you can set up a wall. Now, something to note, I don't think anyone covered this, but if you put some blocks in, there's an issue that tethered characters have where they can't grab Enderman or Minecraft Steve through the block. So you can put this there, and you see right there, he can't get grabbed. It's just pretty funny. So a lot of characters like Zero Suit Samus, Young Link, regular Samus, Dark Samus, etc. Tether characters like that tries to grab, they can't grab him through the block. He's pretty much invincible in a way. So their only other option is depends on the character, obviously. Some characters have to jump over, some characters simply has to wait when he puts one out. So you can put one here, and pretty much create a building block around. So they're forced to like kind of jump over. If they jump over, then you kind of just like hit them up tilt and then like combo them. So you want your defensive game is very strong. Um, you want to make sure you maintain that certain level of defense. I wouldn't say you always have to play perfect, but at least have a certain block layout that makes it really hard for them to jump over. So like a typical one like this is really good to have, and you can mine for certain things while that's going on, and then they can't even get in because like they have to like jump over. Some characters have trouble landing when they jump over, because remember in this game jumping is a commitment, so if they jump they have to make sure they're getting something out of it. But a lot of characters can't get stuff out of it, especially when there's boundaries like this. And trust me, I know, I play Pac-Man, so like when I put a hydrant or a trampoline out and they're forced to jump, you know, it puts them in a weird, uncomfortable position. So a lot of characters have a hard time dealing with that. So let's deal with the elephant in the room, which is his cart. So his cart has two ways of usage. So you can go straight into someone that has knockback. The opponent's able to shield it, or what you can do is you can jump off of it and it grabs them. So this is a command grab pretty much. So I'm gonna do this. So you see how it pretty much grabs Samus right there? You can't hold shield against this attack. A good counter against it, I would say, is just the full hop and then reset in neutral. You kind of have to like respect it. Depends on the character. Some characters can throw a projectile like in the air, like Samus can jump and then charge shot and get like a good shot on him while he's doing his side B. A good thing as the Enderman player, you can start mining, and then you can kind of mine here. You can, this box in general is really good for baiting, and I'm gonna touch more on that. So let's say for example you're mining and the box is there and your opponent doesn't want you to upgrade your weapons, so you're mining, and then if they try to rush you, you can immediately jump and then just do side B and then stop them. So that's really good to do. They try to jump over, they try to hit you, you be like, oh, I'm mining, oh, let me just fake that out, hit them with that. So staying around this box is really intimidating because it's kind of like the hydrant where like, I would say at higher levels, like when I play with Pac-Man, I like to play with the hydrant, and sometimes I make it look like I'm gonna hit it, but I don't. I just bait them to come closer, and then I hit them with a different attack. So with this, the box is kind of like a hydrant where like you try to make it look like you're gonna upgrade weapons or go for mining, and then once they rush you, you can kind of like just stop and then just go for that. You can back away when you jump off of the cart. You can also jump forward. Let me see. Yeah, you can also jump forward. At higher percents, you can do. Let's see. Well, there was times where like you can read the mash out. It's kind of hard to show it, but your opponent can kind of mash out of the cart. If they mash out too quick, they can jump out, and there are certain conversions you can get. You can get like this, and then if they jump out, you can get a back air afterwards. So you can kind of like just punish them after that. I haven't touched on his aerials. Okay, so let me finish up with his specials, and then I'll get to his aerials. So we covered neutral B, we covered side B, his down B now. Now the TNT, the way how this works is that when he puts it down, you see the wooden panel right there? That signifies if someone were to step on it, it blows up. So this is a funny thing I like to do against opponents. So against characters that have tether grabs, what you can do is you can put a TNT down, and then if they go for the grab, let's say for example you put the TNT here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So you put the TNT down, and then they grab you, you step away from it, and then they go for the grab. I keep messing up. Alright, so they go for the grab. They grab you. They die for it. And then you live from it. Now, this obviously, this is dependent on percent. So you have to be mindful of it. If you're at a lower percent, I would just go for this risk. I would just stay right here. And then if they grab you, well, it depends on the spacing. But you wanna be like somewhere here. And then if they try to grab you, boom. They die for it. And then you get off scotch-free. So using the TNT is pretty nice. Something as well, you can kind of put the TNT here. You can do down tilt. Now, it doesn't work on training mode, but because of the damage multiplier in 1v1s, if you put the TNT here and you do down tilt, the TNT automatically explodes. Kind of put it here. You can put a trail here. Let it explode. If they hold on to the ledge for too long, so let's say for example they're at a very high percent, like 150, and they have to choose an option, I would put TNT right here. Oh, something I forgot to touch on with neutral B, so you can kind of like extend combos, so you can do like up tilt. Let's see. Do up tilt. You can do different combos like that. You can kind of extend your combos with it. So it depends on your reaction time, and you also have to read DI. So like when you hit them with an up tilt, it usually sends them like that, kind of like curved upwards. So you can do that. Yeah, and get like little combos like that. Obviously it doesn't work on at these percents, but at early percents, like around 0%, it works. So you want to be mindful of that. Next thing is his up B. So his up B is like a glide. So basically, the way how it works is, if you've ever played Mario 64, Super Mario 64, and you played with the Mario hat, you kind of have to control it like that. So you have to have good control over it. Now there's several ways on how you can land with it. So there's this way, when you go straight down and you crash into the ground. That's the worst way possible. If you do that, you're in some kind of landing lag, and your opponent can punish you. So let's try to see it. We're gonna go straight down. So your opponent can like punish you really badly if you land straight to the ground and you crash. So you gotta be mindful of that. The other way is this. Well, I kind of messed that up. When he slides kind of like that. And then there's a really good way in how you do it. Yeah, so you can like slide like this and then immediately act afterwards. You don't want to crash though. That's the worst way. Gotta make sure that your landings are on point. A lot of players that played Brawl Meta Knight is gonna enjoy this. You want to be mindful that you up B towards the stage, because if you up B like this, you can't make it back. You can only glide in one direction. So it's not like Brawl where like you can cancel the glide and then do something afterwards. So you gotta be mindful on how you recover. I forgot to mention, you can also use side B to recover. So you can do little things like this. Now let's touch on his smash attacks. His smash attack is, forward smash is really strong, a really strong forward smash. I would say it's not on the level of like Pac-Man F smash, but it's really strong. So you can do little things like this where it's like you're mining, and then if your opponent gets close to you, you can immediately cancel into a forward smash and like punish them for trying to get in your range. So like it's kind of like a bait where you want to do a lot of baits with this character pretty much. You want to move back and forth, mine, and it's like, oh, you try to get close to me? Okay, forward smash. Down smash is probably the least used one, mainly because it's kind of dangerous, especially if you have TNT. If you have TNT around, you don't want to do it because you can explode yourself like this. So you want to be careful of that. It's the least used one, mainly because he can move around while doing his attacks. Like I said earlier, you want to make sure you're moving around, and down smash is good for coverage, but this character in general has a lot of good coverage, so down smash is not going to be used as much. You can use it sparingly, but I wouldn't use it all the time. This is probably his best attack. So up smash works kind of like Pac-Man, where the first hit pops you up and then the second hit gives you the finishing blow. So you can do stuff like this. It's very instant. Like outer shield is very strong. You can also combo it into up tilt, which is very nice. Yeah, and there you go. See, that did 21 damage. And if you add the up tilt in there, it just did 27.9. So you can see that it's a combo. So good thing too is that if your opponent messes up, I wonder if this can cover it. No, it can't cover it. So basically, if your opponent kind of messes up and they're in your face, you can kind of like do this, get that punish. Up smash is really good if someone's on the ledge. So let's say, for example, they get on the ledge, they kind of do get up attack. You can do up smash out of shield. Let's see. Yeah, you can get like an up smash out of shield, which is really nifty. If they do like a ledge hop aerial on your shield, you can kind of just do up smash out of shield. Up smash is like your main smash attack to use. It's really good on platforms. If someone's standing on a platform, you can kind of just hit them with that. Very, very nifty move. It has a lot of coverage. It pretty much protects them. Really good if someone tries to jump over. Really good at covering like someone's jump approach over a block. And you don't really get punished for it, especially if you have a block in front of you. So you can kind of like just do that. That's really good. Now let's stick with his... So we covered smash attacks. We're going to go over his aerials. So his aerials, the first thing... His nair is just like his neutral, his jab and his forward tilt. So you want to go for neutral air and jump around like normal. His forward air is the pickaxe. So like basically, let's see. Like I was saying earlier, you can go for down throw into forward air and then get like a spike at the edge. So that's really nifty. Back air is fairly safe on shield. You can do stuff like back air on shield, and then if they try to punish you with a grab, you can just do this. So let's say, for example, you go for back air pressure at the ledge, and your opponent's like shielding, and they try to do something out of shield. Oh, I didn't mean to hit him. Alright, so let's say that I'm spacing back airs, and then they try to do something out of shield, like a grab out of shield. You can immediately mix up your pressure by doing jump neutral B, and then do like a forward smash to punish them. So you have them at the edge. This is really good in pressure situations. So you go for like back air, and it's like, oh, I'm shielding, and then they try to do something out of shield. like a grab or something. So you do like 1 or 2 back airs. Then after they try to do grab out of shield or like an aerial out of shield, you can do jump block, forward smash, and then just punish them. So that's really nifty. And another thing too is that your opponents, you gotta understand, your opponents can't roll past the blocks. So they're pretty much trapped at that point. So you can kind of like do this, forward smash. So that's really good, really nifty with this back air. Up air is same thing as up tilt combos from up tilt. So you want to extend those combos similar to Mario, but he has a actual weapon. So that's really nifty. Down air is really, really strong. A really strong move. It does use material, as you see in the gauge. The gauge is going to go down a little bit. It does use material, so you want to be mindful of how you use your down airs. Mainly in neutral in general, you just want to go for a lot of jabs and then a lot of Minecrafting. So down air does take off some gauge. It doesn't take off a lot, but it does take off a little bit of material. This is really good if your opponent is jump happy. So if your opponent loves to do jump aerials, like they wanna, like Samus for example, she likes to do up air chains. If one of the up air chains isn't true, you can kind of just like, let's see, she jumps pretty high. You can kind of just do that if she's trying to go for another up air when you're above her. So yeah, a character like Mario, characters like Samus, Zero Suit Samus to a degree as well, characters that just love juggling in general, this is like your anti-juggling tool. This is like the stop button. It's like you're stopping them from doing that. It's very similar to like Pac-Man's Hydrant in a way. You can kind of like do that. Something nifty you can do is you can put a TNT down and then do that. If you want to be like kamikaze-ish, you kind of put a TNT down and then just explode it. And what will happen is it will kind of cover someone on the ledge. Like if they do regular get up, they have a hard time getting back, because if they jump, they get hit with the explosion. If they do regular get up or possibly roll, they can get hit by the down air itself. So it's a really dangerous ledge trap. Something to note, you can kind of do this. So like if they hold on to the ledge for too long, you can either put the TNT there or you can just go for a straight up down air. You can do instant down air too, because if you jump fast enough and then do down air fast enough, you can do an instant down air, which is really good. It's like unexpected. I haven't gone over all of his throws. I went over down throw. Well, his up throw is kind of a kill throw, I would say. Forward throw is also a kill throw. So up throw. Let's see. Samus is pretty heavy. I tried it out on Pichu. It killed him fairly early. Oh. Yeah, so this is, I would say forward throw is the stronger one. Of course, it's gonna kill off the side. So if you get your opponent at the edge, you can kind of go for a forward throw. You can kind of edge guard too as well. Another thing to note with his aerials and his attacks is you can actually jump with it and then air dodge immediately, so you can make it pressure safe. If you're not super confident on your spacing, you can go for like forward airs or like nairs and then just immediately jump away. You can jump away, air dodge here. If they try to go for an overcommittal dash attack, you can kind of punish them with forward smash. So you want to make sure that your neutral game is very, very safe. Jump here, have different mining tools like this, and then happy mining, you know? Gather your materials again, and it's kind of a win-win. I would say the only weakness that this character really has is getting clean openings on characters, like getting a clean kill. He's really good at edge guarding and ledge trapping, but getting like the clean hit like in neutral to get a kill is really hard. He has to get you off stage. So a lot of the anti-meta versus this character is going to be staying on stage. The more you stay on stage, the better. Even though he's putting stuff out and then he's making it hard for you to approach him, just stay patient, you know. I would just say stay patient and fight him when it's your turn to fight. Let him build, let him do his thing, let him gather materials. It is possible for him to get, you know, like item like that. He gets like good weapons in return, but for the most part you want to make sure that you maintain stage control. I would say stay in the middle against this character. He's mostly gonna be mining in the corner for the most part, you know, mining right here, keeping his wall up. So you want to make sure that as the person that's fighting against the character, you want to stay where Samus is. You want to stay in the middle, maintain stage control, let him do his thing, and then when he's ready to fight, then you can fight him. He could potentially time out people. I don't even know. This is just day one, so it's this character has a lot going on for him, and I'm really excited. I haven't had a character like this in a long time. I think this character is really innovative, and I think a lot of the setups are going to be really good. I would say the lamer you play with this character, the better. I know a lot of players don't like to play lame, but you know, lame is right up my alley, so I kind of like this character. I played with him a bit in doubles. He's really fun in doubles. He's a really good doubles player, a doubles character rather. So expect to see a lot of double stuff from a lot of players in the future as well. And overall, I think this character is pretty solid. I don't know where I can put him in a tier list because, you know, obviously it's day one. But I have a general gist on his game plan and what he likes to go for. This character is really solid. If you love defensive play, I would say this is your character. This is definitely your type of character. I wouldn't say like people that play aggressive characters would enjoy a character like this, but if you like defensive play, then this is definitely your character. So with that said, thank you for watching. Please follow all my social media, and until then, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.